Breaking news at noon, the election interference case involving President Donald Trump and more than a dozen other defendants has been dismissed in its entirety.
A judge that issued this dismissal after the state said it was no longer pursuing charges. Atlanta News First senior reporter Patrick Quinn joins us live from the Fulton County Courthouse. Patrick, this ends a 5-year saga.
It ends a 5-year saga. It's been a huge story here in Fulton County and dismissed in its entirety. Those were the words by Judge Scott McAfee, just issued in court documents acquired by Atlanta News First. And right, this brought so much national attention to Fulton County. And it's a case that against President Donald Trump that never really saw a courtroom, and now it never will. This all came to light just this morning. We're diving into court documents to get a better understanding of why this case was dismissed. The judge's ruling comes after the prosecutor assigned to this case, Pete Skandalakis, wrote a 23-page letter today saying he was not going to pursue charges for many reasons, including logistics. President Trump is in office right now, of course. The earliest he could potentially step inside a Fulton County courthouse, wrote Skandalakis, is after his term ends. So maybe this could get off the ground in 2029, what would be 6 years after the indictment was handed up. From talking with legal experts this morning, this was expected, this ruling, but still incredible nonetheless, given the national attention it once brought. We're going to continue to dive into this more. We are reaching out to legal experts as well as those here in Fulton County officials weighing in on this dismissal of the interference case, the election interference case in its entirety. And President Trump, he's already reacting, seeing this news. His defense counsel, Steve Sadow, he wrote to us saying, quote, "The political persecution of President Trump by disqualified DA Fani Willis is finally over. The case should never have been brought. A fair and impartial prosecutor has put an end to this lawfare." We have reached out to DA Fani Willis this morning and her team. We're waiting reaction there. Of course, DA Fani Willis, she was excused from this case after her relationship with special counsel Nathan Wade. So we're continuing to dive into this. What does this mean for Fulton County? What about the reputation here in the county surrounding big court cases like this? Of course, what's next for the president? He obviously is celebrating this reaction. So we'll continue to have more on this throughout the afternoon, but dismissed in its entirety. Those are the words by Judge Scott McAfee around the election interference case into President Donald Trump and others here in Fulton County. In downtown Atlanta, Patrick Quinn, Atlanta News First.
That is a major development for sure. We'll be staying on top of that reaction as it pours.